Hey guys, how's it going? It's Molly. Today's video is a chatty get ready with me. I had mentioned recently that I want to kind of have these be like my base video. I don't know if that makes any sense. Essentially, like I'm going to film these videos and then that same day I'll film the other videos for the week. So that way, if you're curious about what I'm wearing on my face, you can watch the chatty get ready with me. I can also just kind of share my life with you through the chatty part. I will say this one was, I don't know, I struggled. It was a little disjointed. I'm basically giving you my summer recap and yeah, chatting about where I've been, what I've been doing and all that good stuff. And hopefully you care. If you don't, I'm sorry, stay for the makeup. All right, let's get into it. Okay, guys, so today we're going to be, there's only one of me, there is no we. I am going to be using some products that I purchased that I have done very little with. So eyeshadow palette, we're gonna be using, why am I saying we? Bear with me. I'm going to be using the Inslee Rain Cold Moon palette. This is what it looks like. I've used it very, very infrequently, mainly because cold tones are not my jam. And I knew that when I bought it, so why did I buy it? I think I was just chomping at the bit to try the brand, and I bought it, so that's what happened. Blush, I'm going to be using, this is kind of weird, a weird pairing. Juvia's Place Blushed Rougie. I don't know if Rougie is that French for blushed? I don't know, but it's this. And I think I'm gonna use this because there are some slightly warmer tones in here that I'll use. And then I've got this highlighter from Odin's Eye. It's their Soulmane Moonlight Feel highlighter. First of all, my packaging broke, which is probably why I haven't been using it, to be honest. Sorry, there's a hair. Anyway, it's what she looks like. Have you guys seen, okay, there's this creator on TikTok, Instagram, whatever. I think it's Butterworth de Syrup. Oh my gosh. He's the funniest. His videos make me laugh so hard. He will stitch other content creators' videos and he like does his own. And he's very, very funny. You should check him out. He makes me laugh all the time, but the face I just made reminded me of him. Anyway, and then we've got this NYX, bear with me, Blurring Tint Foundation, light neutral. I have no idea. We're gonna try it. I've never used it. And then I've got this Juvia's Place lipstick. I almost said makeup. Of course it's makeup. That's what we're doing here. A Mauve Moment. I have used this. I just pulled this in because I wanted to, I guess. I don't know. I need a drink break. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm very, very thirsty and this is hitting the spot. I was going to make like an iced coffee with homemade pumpkin spice syrup. I am trying to avoid going to Starbucks because I'm tired of spending $6 to $7 for a drink. But I decided to make Earl Grey iced tea. Oh, it's delightful. I just worked out, and so having like a really refreshing drink that's where it's at. Okay, so let's start with the eyeshadow. I know I'm gonna focus on this shade as my transition. I'm gonna use this all over the lid and then probably deepen things up with Garnet over here. So we're not doing anything too crazy. I just want to use, in fact, it looks like that is the shade that I've used probably the most, is that Saturnalia, the shimmer. I think my brushes are clean, so I'm gonna just go ahead and start. I'm really, I don't know, man. This is the first time I filmed since July. So, okay, I just recently uploaded that video, the life update video, talking about Charlie and bananas. And I haven't filmed since then. It's been like 2 months since I filmed. And I keep trying, it's like start and stop and start and stop and start and stop with this channel. Of course, you guys would have been none the wiser if well, you probably would have, because I mentioned a couple of times in like that video, and I think the next one, that it was July. So like the entire next video is a Chatty get ready with me, and I'm just complaining about my neighbors the whole time and their 4th of July shenanigans, which I'm sorry, like apparently I was really amped up about it then. But anyway, it's, you know, I think I didn't want to post anything until I posted the life update, and I was really like dragging my feet on editing that because it's such a heavy subject for me. And, you know, I don't know, it was easier to just kind of bury my head in the sand and like try to not forget, but distract. So that's where I was at. But I did go ahead and get it up, and it has been pretty well received, and I am so grateful for that and for like just the support that people have given me as a result of it. Like that, I just truly, if you like, you know, watched it or commented on it, I do really appreciate the love and support, because it is hard. And I think there are people who are like, it's just a pet, like who cares? Like I care. That's my baby. He's not my baby, but he is my baby for all intents and purposes. He was and is my baby. And obviously I have babies. So I know the difference, and I'm still saying that he was my baby. So essentially what I'm saying is he was a very valued and cherished member of the family. So was Bananas, both of them. I think Charlie hit me harder just because he was completely unexpected. Like Bananas was old. We knew it was coming. Charlie was like, boom, and then gone. So blah. Anyways, this video is not about that. But I'm just explaining why it's been another couple of months since I filmed. And that's why. It was a heavy subject matter. And it took me a minute. So here we are, September. I figured for today's video, I would kind of chat about my summer and what we did and what my goals are for the coming months, where my goals have been. And yeah, maybe that'll make an interesting video. I don't know. Let's find out. So, the summer, I mean, all things considered, we had a pretty all right summer. Another downside other than losing Charlie and Bananas is that we had to cancel our family vacation. Excuse me. For financial reasons, like the vet bill, well, they weren't bills. We put it on our credit card. You have to pay then and there. Our vet expenses were like $5,000. So, but actually, no, that's not why we canceled our trip. We canceled our trip because we were supposed to be in Chicago like a week and a half after we got Charlie's diagnosis. So we were like, well, we're not doing that. We're staying home. So we stayed home. Yeah. The money had nothing to do with it, truly. It was a benefit of canceling it. We saved, you know, $3,000 or $4,000 by not going. I hate it when things are right in front of me and I cannot find them. Anyway, so I was so excited to go to Chicago because my youngest loves dinosaurs, and I was so excited to show him Sue the T-Rex. And we didn't make it. So I'm hoping to go. It would be nice to go sometime this fall. I don't know that that's going to happen. I don't know that this is the shade I want to use either. Hang on. I think I'm gonna use this Aurora shade. This Aurora shade on the inner portion of my lid. Or I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let me just play and I'll tell you guys what I did. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this one. Oh my God, that's so pretty. Okay. Hang on, I need something. Okay, so anyway, we went ahead and we canceled our trip. And I'm really glad that we did. We got to spend that extra time with Charlie. And we didn't do anything in place of it. Like, even after he passed, like I took that time off of work anyways and just spent it with him. So yeah, there just wasn't really, I didn't have the vacation time necessarily. So I didn't take more time off. I feel like I should be going to a festival or something with this much sparkle on my lids. So I don't know. And then the other thing, my husband, his employer switched him to once a month pay instead of being paid every week. And the way that they did that is basically for half of July and half of August, he only was paid for half each month. So we're short like several $1,000s because of that. So we really just did not have the funds to go do a whole lot this summer. We kept it pretty simple. And I'm personally, I feel like my brush went bye-bye. Where? Oh, there it is. Personally, I'm really like, I don't know, it gave us a nice opportunity to just have a simpler summer. We didn't have all this pressure to go do a ton of stuff. I didn't sign my oldest up for very much. Actually, yeah, I think I signed him up for one thing through the Y, and that was it. Which he ended up kind of complaining about, which was very funny because he historically has complained that he has too much to do and just wants to like sit around and not do anything. But anyway, it's a different story. The reason I mentioned my husband's like change in pay is because it made money very tight. So we had to be just really conscientious of what we were doing with our finances. So, sorry, really quick before I move on, I'm going to run through my base products. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter for my primer, and then the NYX foundation and the Natasha Denona concealer. Okay, so we did buy like one of those above ground Intex pools. We got the one that's like 12 feet by, I think it's like 12 feet in diameter by 30 inches deep, which is a fantastic size for like our boys. Like my 13-year-old can play in it and my 4-year-old can play in it. And so I do think like it would be nice to get something a little bit deeper next year, because we were having an issue and continue to have an issue with algae growth and I think it's because it gets so hot. Because there's not enough depth. Sorry, my nose. There's just not enough depth. And so I don't know. That's just our theory. Who knows if it'll happen? We may just stick with this one because we had so much fun out there. We were swimming all the time. We did not set foot in a public pool all summer. Not once. Well, we went to the Y pool. That was it. And I'm okay with that. Okay, I hope that this is a good color. So yeah, this summer it was really just, let's like keep it simple. I feel like I'm yell talking. Let's like keep it simple, spend time as a family. We don't have to spend a bunch of money, and let's try and keep things like, you know, just easy. And I feel like we did a good job with that. And now school has started, and that's been, I don't know, that's been an adjustment, but not in a bad way. I think my oldest definitely needed more structure and routine. I really just let him like live his life this summer. I didn't impose a ton of rules. Like we didn't have a bedtime. He just got to kind of like self-monitor and do what he felt was best. And I mean, in hindsight, should I have had him do more chores? Yeah. But like, he's just one of those kids where like he has to learn things through like doing them. And he had always complained about like not having enough to do and blah, blah, blah. Or no, sorry, scratch that. He had always complained about having too much to do. And this summer, like at the end of it, he was like, my summer sucked. We talked about that a little bit, and he talked about, you know, like losing our pets. Yes, that does suck. And he was like, and then I was just so bored, I didn't have anything to do. So I said, so next summer when I like want to sign you up for stuff, you're gonna say okay, right? And he was like, yeah. So it was kind of made me feel good. I was like, man, all right, he will come to like good conclusions on his own. So yeah, that was our summer. Like it was simple. It was nice. We visited family. I did go to Laguna Beach. My mom treated myself and my sister-in-law to a trip there. And that was lovely. Like we had a fantastic time. I'd never been there before. And we went to Pageant of the Masters. Which if you don't know what that is, you should look it up. It's like, essentially, they recreate famous works of art with people. And that sounds like, that doesn't even, that you can't describe it. Like they paint the people like the painting, and they paint the sets like the painting, and the props. And it's just, the amount of talent that goes into putting that production on is unbelievable. I don't even know what to think about it. Blah, blah, blah. Really quick, let's run through powder products. I'm going to use the Flower Heat Wave bronzer. Apparently this is what my packaging does. I have 3 things in front of me that are all the same. So that's fun. I'm going to use this as my highlighter. Blush, I'll use the Juvia's Place blush. Okay. Then I'll set my under eyes with my NYX HD banana powder, and then I'm going to set the rest of my face with my Sigma powder. That's almost gone. Come on. Very exciting. Okay. So yeah, we did go to Pageant of the Masters. That was a really great time. That was one night that we were there, and we were there for like 3 nights, 4 days, I think. Thursday through Sunday. Yeah, 3 nights, 4 days. Ate some really good food. Went to the beach a bunch, which is actually how I got this scar right here. Turns out the ocean will absolutely toss your shit if you allow it to, which I knew, but you know, like I'm from landlocked Nebraska. We're not swimming in the ocean super frequently. And my sister-in-law and I were swimming. We were like letting the waves like catch us and, you know, riding the waves. Well, I got beat up, man. It kept on like thrashing me against the shore, and I kept catching myself like on my forearms, and I'll be darned if sand isn't really like gritty, you know? So after catching myself like that, like 4 or 5 times, I looked down, I was like, oh, I'm bleeding. It had totally taken the skin off. And I had a pretty sweet, like raspberry there for a while until it like fell off in one big chunk. It was gross and way more information than you guys need. I'm sorry. So anyway, we had a great time though. The ocean is beautiful, intense, but beautiful. I wish I had washed my brushes before filming this, to be honest, because I have been using the same blush for a very, very, very long time, and I don't know that my brush is going to pick up any other color. We'll see. So I did get to take a trip, and that was nice. For the blush, I'm using the light shade here, in case you're curious. And we are planning a trip this summer, June 2025. We're going to Disney World with my in-laws. That will be a lot of fun. I am bummed that my sister-in-law, Teresa, is not going. She watches my videos sometimes. So Teresa, you should go if you're watching. But I totally understand if it doesn't work out. So my in-laws are like, if you need to go to Disney, they're the people to go with because they know everything and I know nothing, and it overwhelms me so much. So yeah, we went with them when my oldest was like second grade, yeah, I think, or was it first grade? First grade. Second grade. It was second grade. Doesn't matter. It was a while ago because he's an 8th grader now. But we had a great time. They knew everything that we needed to know. And they did a fantastic job guiding us and telling us what we needed to be doing. So, yeah, it was good. I'm very excited for it. This highlighter is really pretty. It has like this really nice rosy glow. The Inslee Rain eyeshadow palette is leaving a lot of glitter fallout. Like a lot, which sucks, but oh well. So I am bummed that we didn't get to go on like a family trip. I think that would have been really nice. Even a little like a camping trip in Nebraska would be cool, which I think we are gonna try to fit one of those in this fall. We just need to figure out when. We got my in-laws gifted us a camper, which is very exciting. We have a pop-up camper now, so we'll be able to use that. And hopefully, I mean, I think we'll just have an absolute blast using that. So yeah, it'll be good. There's a lot of really great camping spots in Nebraska if you like are willing to go off the beaten path. I don't even know what that means. They're state parks. We have some great state parks. That's not even off the beaten path. I'm just talking to talk, apparently. So now, like, my biggest goal at the moment is to get our credit cards paid off. So we've got like a pretty solid plan in place to do that. But what I've learned is I cannot completely deprive myself, because if I do, it's going to come out one way or another. Either I'm going to overeat, or I'm going to like not follow the budget and just be like, well, I can't do this, you know? So what I've realized is I have got to allow for fun while coming up with a budget that allows for us to like pay a significant amount towards our debt. So that's what we're like working on. I was trying to like just get it all paid off, and it just isn't going to like, I need to give a little bit more time so that we're able to still like enjoy our lives. Not that you can't enjoy your life with no money, but you know, if I want to go take my kiddo to the Children's Museum, I want to be able to like pay for that. I want to be able to go camping. Like you want to have these experiences, and if you're so focused on like paying off debt that you can't do that, which is kind of where my head was, that's not good. For me, it's not good for me. It works for other people. It does not work for me. So, you know, like we won't have our credit cards paid off when we go on vacation in June. That's fine. It is. It's fine. We've got a plan. We've got it. You know, everything that carries interest is paid off. Everything else is on a 0% interest rate. And so we're going to plug away and get that taken care of, and it's going to be all right. But it does mean it being more frugal and just, you know, not being so flippant with spending. Because I think it's very easy, especially when you're using a credit card, to just be like, oh, I'll get it next month. It's fine. and the next month comes and it doesn't happen. So I have like really cut back on what I'm spending and what I'm buying. I'm not really buying a lot of makeup, and I'm not saying that I'm not going to buy makeup. I will, but I don't. There's a lot of things that like I don't need. One of the videos I'm planning on filming after this is a new makeup releases video, and it's gonna be a lot of this thing. A lot of me being like, nope, not gonna buy it. But I think I can still talk about my thoughts and, you know, just, do I like this? Would I like to dupe the vibes of this? Or am I going to allow this to be one of the few purchases that I bring in? So that's kind of like where my head is. Just money is finite and I don't need to spend a ton. I just realized I never set my face. I don't need to spend a ton on makeup. That's gonna go bad. Like, I don't feel the same desire to purchase that I have in the past, and that's good. I'm recognizing like my spending triggers and being more mindful of it. Like today, I have the day off. Normally it's Wednesday. Normally on Wednesdays I keep my youngest home with me, but today I had to go into work for like an hour to help a client with something. So I decided to take him to daycare and then take the day. And I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, there's so many things I could do today. And I almost went to Home Goods just to window shop. And I was like, but why? You're just gonna wanna buy like the cute fall stuff like that. Ooh, I love me some fall stuff. And I don't need to do that. So I didn't go. I know, pretty cool story. But I knew that I was going to be tempted to purchase. Same with like watching YouTube videos. If it's a creator that like buys a lot and does a lot of reviews, I have not been watching those creators really. The only one that I've been watching is Teresa is Dead, because I adore her. But yeah, I don't want to be tempted to purchase something that I just don't need. So yeah, we're being careful with money, being more like aware of what I'm bringing into the house, because that's the other thing. Like, if I kept purchasing at the rate that I was, like, we would just be buried in stuff, and that's not good either. Like, I don't know what we would do. All right, guys, here's the finished look. Yeah, I don't hate it. The eyeshadow palette, I mean, these shimmers are absolutely insane. They're very, very pretty. Not super wearable, if I'm being honest. And that's obviously up to personal preference. I used to absolutely love this level on me, and I still do, but I also sometimes feel like a clown when I go in public and it's this intense. But it is very, very beautiful. So take what you will. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it, I suppose. I will say that I've got some glitter fallout going on from the shimmers. This foundation, I'm very excited about. This looks nice. It feels good on my skin, no issues. And also this blush, beautiful. And the highlighter, like, I'm actually really liking this look. The only thing I'm not sure about is the lip paired with the rest of it. It feels almost a bit too heavy. So I don't know. But yeah, that's it. This video was, I don't know. It was all over the place. It was like a summer recap and just rambling. But, if you watched it, thank you. And I will definitely see you in my next one. All right. Bye, guys.